What's up friends, Chook here and welcome back to Bit Heroes. Okay, it's Sunday, it's item find day, so we're going to do some item find and hopefully find some items. We are running as the old granny. She's cooking up some food, she's got her little spatula thing going on, and yeah, that's this week's cosmetic, or this episode's cosmetic I should say. Alright, so in my Thursday video I did ask whether you guys wanted me to just do nothing but Raid 6 on hard, or whether you wanted me to swap it up and do some Raid 6 hard, some gauntlets, some world bosses, basically anything in tier 9, and that was the preferred thing. So we'll do some raids, we'll do some gauntlets, and we'll do some world boss. A gauntlet I haven't done yet, any of them today, so we've got them fresh. We've got enough energy to do quite a few world bosses, and obviously we've got all of our raids to do as well. Now, speaking of the whole Hobbit feat situation, I did finally get one in tier 9, so that's good, but the drop rate is retarded and super low. But hopefully we can get one today. So let's start off with, well, let's start off with some world boss. Why not? We're gonna do something, so world boss will be it. We'll go in with our cooking grandma and see what we get. Congrats, Stone Yeti. It's a good schematic to have. Be an ancient? It's not what the word I was looking for. An age until you can actually fuse him, I'm assuming. But it's always good to get mythics, I guess. Okay, so we just need one more Hobbit foot to make Velk, and then all we need then is a Driffin, and then we can get E3. Keep saying A3. 3 stabled Walkham, which would be great. So if we can get a Hobbit foot in these world bosses, that would be awesome. If we can get a legendary, that would be awesome. I'm one legendary off exchanging to upgrade the, I think it was the helmet I was doing, to make it better than the tier 8 helmet I'm wearing. So we just need one more legendary. I have some legendaries in my bag spare, but as I was explaining on Thursday, I like to have one legendary of each item type just available to me, and then as soon as I get 2 of the same type, so 2 rings, 2 necklaces, 2 helmets, 2 whatever it be, that's when I get rid of, that's when I exchange the, ignore that. That's when I exchange the duplicate. So, you know, if I have 2 helmets, I can get rid of one of the helmets and still have one in the bank. So we just need one legendary of any type, because I've got one of every type, and we can exchange that, upgrade, I think it's the helmet, and then we can equip that and gain some TS, which would be sweet. So, probably do, I don't know, a few more world bosses. Probably go like 5 minutes worth of world boss, and then we'll do both of our trial gauntlets, and then we'll do some Raid 6 to finish off. And that is an epic, not a legendary. It's not what we're looking for, although epic material is always useful, I guess. Come on, go. We don't need to wait for the 5th. Whoa, that dude's low. TS players. I mean, what level is he? Oh, it's because he's got gear taken off. Fair enough. He's doing PvP and he's forgot to re-equip his gear. I mean, yeah, if you're in tier 9, with the added 4 other people in this world boss, you should be able to do tier 9 world boss on normal. You know, fairly easily, as long as you're, you know, above probably 2.5 1,000 TS, maybe not even that high. This dude that's joined is not the best, is he? He's not wearing his gear and he's not attacking. This I hate. I hate it when this happens. And then eventually they figure out, oh shit, or it's the countdown timer, which seems to be the case with this guy. But when people disconnect and you literally sit here waiting for them to reconnect, it could be like 10 minutes plus. That sucks, man. But when it's this countdown timer and, you know, he's just, I don't know why though, because if you've come into the room and you've clicked ready, what could possibly have happened in that time? Unless someone's come to the front door, or, you know, he dropped his baby or something, like like if you click ready, you're ready, you're there, you're at your computer or at your phone or whatever. Like, how long does it take? So we won't rejoin this group because of this dude. Come on. Ah, I thought we were going to kill him before he got another turn. Oh well, this will be the last round. Come on. Hooray. And we didn't even get anything. We'll join back in here. Room is full. Fine. You know what? That's enough world boss. That's kind of annoyed me, actually. Alright, let's go Gauntlet. I'm doing 330. I could do higher, but this is comfortable. And I can auto it, and I don't really need to worry about it. And the tier 9 set piece, all the rest of, like, the set pieces and all that, mythics and stuff that drop are like 500. Go up a bit. 500. So we're absolutely nowhere near doing that. So apart from getting higher ranks and stuff to get better rewards, like this is comfortable. I don't need to worry about it. Just click accept and basically just watch. So I could go much higher. I could probably go up near near 400, probably 380, 370 something maybe. And do it on manual. But as I said, you know, unless I'm really pushing to get those higher rewards, this is fine. I do a lot of, well, I play Bit Heroes, I play a few other mobile games, and then I make YouTube videos, and then real life as well, so, you know, I try to get these things done as soon as possible. I'm not too worried about min-maxing and getting the absolute most out of each week and all the rest of it, so, yeah. 330 is good enough for me. And even on auto, sometimes one of my 3 dies as well. So, if I paid attention, they wouldn't. But a lot of the time, I just put this on, and then when I don't hear the battle sounds anymore, I look down at my phone or whatever it be, and the little auto sign is back onto manual because someone's died. I just give them a potion and finish it off. But this one seems to be going okay. It all depends on the boss as well. I mean, all the first 9 tiers are easy, but then it depends on the boss. So this boss isn't too bad. Oh, some crits going on there, or dual strikes or something going on. But this, we should be able to finish this without a death. And I can always, you know, put it back onto manual, give them a potion if they need it. But it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, let's hope for a drop. And nope. Let's go again. So yeah, I'm fluctuating between Meaty and Bobodom, neither of which are stabled. So they're just like the, you know, standard Bobodom and standard Meaty. Both are really good. Stabling Bobodom, you know, if I had a stable Bobodom back from the start, rather than trying to get all these new tanks and stuff, he would be extremely strong right now because he's now up to 30% evade and whatnot. But we're going to try for that new Raid 6 tank, right? All we need is the raid boss, the raid boss, and then 150 of those dewdrop things, which will just come by playing. And then as soon as we get them, we can just fuse him. I'm saying like as soon as we get that, as if like it's going to happen anytime now, but you know, I don't think Kaleido has ever come up for Persuasion, and I don't think Captain, whatever his name is, Captain Woodbeard, has ever come up for Persuasion. All the time all the times I've done R2 and R3. So, you know, the chance of the boss actually coming up for Persuasion isn't particularly high. But quite a few people I know have already caught him, which is super lucky for them, and super good for them. So hopefully that trend continues with us, and we get him eventually, and then we just need to wait for those dewdrops. Or whatever they're called. I think they're called dewdrops. Raindrops, something like that. Alright, what's the boss this time? Hopefully it's the Healy dude. It is not the Healy dude. It's the robot guy. But this, again, shouldn't be too much of an issue. I mean, because Meaty is just a giant meat sack, ball sack of tank, right? And he's got all of his stats are in stamina. He doesn't actually attack that often. Which just means that, we and Walcom attack a heap, or Walcom heals a heap. So like Meaty just sits there and takes the damage, and then Walcom just keeps healing him up while I'm doing damage the whole time, and then Walcom's doing the damage, the auto attack damage and the damage when he's at full health, when he doesn't need to heal. So it actually works out pretty well. It takes longer because he's not attacking and not doing any damage. So instead of 3 people attacking and doing damage, you've only got 2, but the 2 that are attacking generally get more turns. So it kind of averages out. no love there as far as drops go. Let's see if there's another world boss open. There's a few. Okay, let's just join this one. We may as well give it a little bit more of a shot now that we've given enough time for that dude that had his gear off to disappear, maybe. And now apparently we've got an AFK that's the leader of the... Nope, there we go. Okay, good. That also happens quite a bit, as I'm sure you all know, doing world boss. Considering the world boss actual fight only takes like 30 seconds, usually, if everyone's on auto, the amount of time it takes to actually get into a fight sometimes is ridiculous. Like, people go AFK and they're the group, the leader of the group, or people come into the group and don't click ready, and then finally you get into the fight and you're like, okay, shit, finally, and then someone goes AFK and you have to wait for the cooldown timer or someone disconnect. World boss is a hot mess sometimes. Okay, let's leave it here for the world bosses and stuff. We've got nothing. And let's do a few raids and see how we go. There's no world boss up anyway, so that's good. Let's go raid. Let's go not driven. Let's go here on hard. We are up to nearly, well, pretty much 18.8 now, which is good. As I said, like, the longer you take, the longer you leave it, the more your team, your raid team will get up in TS and stuff. Particularly if you have some higher levels and stuff that, like, you know, there's 3 people from Chaos in here, and Chaos is just full of whales, basically. So, you know, they're going to level up fairly fast. So we're at 18.8. I think Eagle was telling me that it's like manual for heroic. Ideally you want 21k, but around 20k you said should be able. So we're what, like 1,000 TS off? What's 1,000 TS? Nothing. No, it's still going to take a while. Because even though, even if they all upgrade themselves, we'll probably still only be up around 19.5 maybe. And then, you know, there's our own TS that we need to level up as well. So it'll probably be a while till we can do heroic, to be fair. But we're almost to 1900, which is 19,000, sorry, which is exciting. So that's good. I don't know who's upgraded what. I haven't kept up to date with who's got upgrades, but you know, probably Sunday item find next week. If we're at 18.8 now, we'll see what we're at next week. If someone can remind me in the comments, and say like last week you were at 18.8k, and this week you're at, you know, 19.2 or something, that would be good, because I'll probably forget to I'll probably forget to remember. That's a good sentence. I'll probably forget to look and make note of the improvements in a week, but if someone can remember that, that would be great. And just let me know how much raid TS I've gained in a week. That would be good. Because every couple of days I log in and, you know, do a raid and I notice that it's gone up, but I never really pay attention to how much. So I did catch one of these familiars, one of the raid familiars. I think it was the cat on the cloud. Yeah, this guy. Crumb. So I caught him. The other two haven't come up for persuasion yet. So yeah, at least we got Crumb. That's one down, I guess. But the boss is the one we're after, obviously. I'm not sure about the other fusions for these familiars, for the raid familiars. I'm sure there's good ones, but the tank from the boss is the one we're particularly after. But I'm sure there'll be good epic familiars and stuff as well. And they may even go into, you know, a legendary or a mythic down the line or something. So, yeah. We'll capture them as they come up. But considering we're doing hard instead of heroic, and we're taking item find instead of capture rate, you know, the chance of them coming up isn't going to be particularly high. But if they do, you know, we'll throw some gold at them, why not? So as I've mentioned in the last video, we do have enough of this new mount as well, which is pretty cool actually. We do have enough to persuade the boss, should he come up, but bribe the boss, I should say, should he come up. So we're all good there. And I'll just probably keep saving gems for another 5k accessory box, which will take a long ass time because I've pretty much eaten through all the good offer walls. And you know, getting gems naturally in this game takes a while to get to 5k at least. So, you know, we'll keep those gems in our bank, at least the 1600 for the boss, the Columbus boss. And then we'll just keep trying to save up to 5k. So yeah, that will be a while until we can open another box. But luckily, even though we didn't get a legendary, and we don't have a legendary accessory, the accessory I do have is quite good, and I'm happy with it. But you know, you want the double legendaries. You want to feel like you're doing something, and you know, like people look at you and they're like, oh, this guy's got a rare. You know, you want the double legendaries so you feel good about yourself, right? So one of my subs and friends and stuff from this game and is on the channel's Discord and stuff, Anthony, he opened a accessory box on his ult and got the new DPS accessory, the wings, these wings. So he got that on his ult, and he's only got a rare on his main, so that kind of hurt. he's a bit bitter and butthurt about that, but at least he got it, man. Like, it's pretty good. But yeah, you want it on your ult. Let's just give Eagle a potion, because we have 292 of them, and we can buy them for gold, of which we have 6.5 million. So those medium potions, I'm not too worried about wasting them, or using them, not wasting, using them as often as possible. Just buy them up again. Alright. No drops just yet. Actually, while we're here, I'll quickly show you. Upgrade. It is the helmet. So I just need, what's that, 29 beanstalks, and we can upgrade to this, which will be, what's that, 30. So it'll be a 59 improvement, TS improvement, if my maths is right. So that should be pretty good. But on our gear, if we go to equipment, you can see here that I've got the chest piece, a necklace, a ring, an offhand, and a weapon. So I've got all of the slots available. I just need a duplicate, another duplicate, I should say. And then that way I've still got all of the parts, all of the, oh, almost did heroic then. All of the slots still available to us. So, you know, the weapon and the offhand and the necklace and the ring, I could just get rid of them. I could just exchange them because we have mythic and set pieces. So the mythic and the set pieces are going to be the last parts that we upgrade, that we replace, I should say. You know, so I could get rid of them in the, you know, in the very, very, very likely chance that we will get another, you know, one of those legendaries for those, oh, sorry, just bumped the microphone, for those equipment slots. But, you know, an extra 59 TS at this stage isn't really going to help me that much, so I'll just wait. I'm not particularly greedy or intolerant about stuff. I don't know, I just like to have those bits in the bank just in case for some reason. So the best we've got today is what? We got an epic, didn't we? We got an epic in World Boss. I'm not sure if we got an epic anywhere else. But that's not a legendary, so it's not good enough. And considering... Oh, I was going to say considering this is on hard, this is probably the least likely chance of us getting a legendary, but it's actually World Boss is least likely. But, having said that, I've got more legendaries from World Boss than anything else. But I think that's just because you can smack out a lot of World Bosses, right? They only cost 20 energy. So if you have 200 energy, you can knock out 10 of them. And really quickly as well. So, yeah, it's like I'm getting more legendaries from normal World Bosses, but I think that's just because I'm doing, you know, like 3 times more World Bosses than anything else. Considering you can do only 2 trials and gauntlet at 5 tokens, that is, and then you're done. You have to wait or use, you know, obviously you can use badges, potion, you know, badge consumable or whatever it is, but just from the normal regenning badges, then, you know, you do 2 and then you have to wait, you know, a couple of hours, you come back, you do another 2, etc. Whereas World Bosses, you just, you know, do 1, regroup, do one, regroup, do one, regroup, do one, regroup. Oh, a legendary. And yeah, so. But it doesn't really matter where they come from, as long as they come. And then as soon as they come in, we destroy them. I was lucky enough, I did have the cosmetic actually, a couple of videos ago, that I got the chest piece and the helmet from the T9 Orlag boss. So I've got that kind of like cosmetic set, I guess. So that's really cool. I haven't got the weapon or the offhand or anything, or necklace or whatever else comes from that T9 Orlag boss, but I did get the chest and the helmet, which is cool. I haven't done the Netherworld yet at all, because I'm wanting those Hobbit feet, as we've mentioned. So I'm not sure what the Netherworld cosmetics look like. I'm sure they look cool. Okay, so you, sir, have to either drop a legendary or offer yourself up with persuasion, or both. Both would be good. Both would be preferable. We'd like both, but I'll take either. We did get this weapon, this staff thing, which actually looks, I like it. I like the way it looks. I want his helmet. I like the way he looks. I want that as a cosmetic. It looks pretty, yeah, I think it looks pretty sweet. Okay, we didn't get shit. Son of a bitch. Apparently granny power is not the way to go. So we'll swap this up, this cosmetic up for next video. I was running back as Donatello for a bit. I kind of like the way that looks actually, just wearing the green, I think it's the gelatinous goo, the green goo body paint stuff. We'll do one more, why not? Yeah, the green goo body paint, and then you put the balding helmet on, and you put the undies chest piece on, or armor piece on, with the new accessory, the like Donatello shell accessory, and with the purple lightsaber, because it's purple. If I had a staff, you know, you could put on a staff, it would look way better as far as Donatello goes. But yeah, I kind of like that, how simple it is, but it looks nice. But we'll switch up the cosmetics as always, so who knows what we'll look like next episode. So we'll do this raid, this will be the last one, and then we'll call it a day. Hopefully we get something, but for the next week, it'll be capture rate like normal. I think next Thursday, capture rate day, we've done Driftn a few times, so I think we'll change, we'll swap it up, and we'll go like, we'll spend all of the energy first on trying to get some Yetis. So maybe Thursday will be like Yeti day, to try and get that fatty schematic made, fusion made, and then you know, say we do all the Yetis and we've still got like, yeah, it's only 15 minutes long or something, maybe we'll do a couple of raid 2s for Driftn. But we have been doing raid 2 for Driftn for a few weeks now, and he just will not show up. So yeah, we'll switch it up, do something different, just so it's not the same content every week. So we'll do some Yetis, and then when it gets around to Sunday, Sundays for the next, you know, little while, next couple of weeks, months, something like that, will probably be this format. We'll do some Trials and Gauntlets, we'll do some World Bosses, and we'll do some raids. Unless I just I completely forget, and in bed in the morning or something, I do my my World Bosses and Trials and Gauntlets. I'm like, ah, crap, I don't have them for recording anymore, in which case we'll just do, you know, tier 6, raid 6 on HUD. But as long as I don't forget, which I shouldn't, then yeah, we'll do the Trials, Gauntlets, World Bosses, and raid 6 on HUD for the next while for Sunday. So it's just a bit of everything's a bit different, mix it up a little bit, because you know, this game inherently is repetitive and monotonous and stuff like that, because it is just doing the same thing over and over and over again. But you know, I don't want to bore you guys, and you know, want to keep it as fresh as I can. And I did put the poll up and asked you guys and stuff, and that was what you preferred, so we'll keep doing that. Now, my video that I was talking about, the like top 5, my top 5 personal improvements I'd like to see to go into Bit Heroes, I'm going to record that directly after this. So this video will be coming out on Monday, and then I'll probably schedule that. I've got to edit it and everything, so it'll probably come out a bit later next week. So maybe on Wednesday or Thursday, that video should come out. So yeah, I finally got some time today where I can sit down, do a record, and do some editing and stuff, and hopefully get that video out by next week, which should be good. It shouldn't take too long. Okay, well, I don't think we fought the boss yet. I have been talking and not paying too much attention. It's pretty good now, like with nearly 19,000 TS and you know, with these guys with their awesome gear and whatnot, accessories and pets, and they're all, you know, leveled up and stuff. This runs pretty smooth. I don't really need to pay too much attention. When Raid 6 first came out, I did need to pay a bit of attention, and I did need to, you know, manual a bit here and there and throw potions and stuff, but as it stands now, like, I am the weakest link by a long shot, but it generally gets done. Like, before we threw a potion on Eagle just to top him up, but we may not have even needed to. We could have just swapped him, you know, swapped the rolls around. It probably would have been fine. But as I said, I've got like nearly 300 of those potions, and you can buy them for gold, and I've got a lot of gold, so I don't care about throwing a potion around here or there. The major ones, like the large ones that heal you or revive you with 100% health, those I you know, don't throw around willy-nilly, but the medium ones, meh, it's fine. Alright, well there we go. We didn't get any loot, but we gave it a fair crack. And yeah, as I said, this will be the format for the next little while for Sunday. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed that. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. If you like this video, click here to see another one just like it. If you're new to the channel and like what I'm doing, click here to subscribe and become the newest member of the Chicken Coop. If you really like what I'm doing, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description, where you can help support me and help the channel grow. You'll also find a link to the channel's Discord server where you can chat with me and other members of the Chicken Coop. And don't forget to hit that notification bell.